Do I watch Singles Inferno? Oh, hell no. I hate that show. For those of you who don't know what Singles Inferno is, it's a Netflix matchmaking show. Korean Netflix. I mean, Korean show, that matchmaking show on Netflix. And, you know, there these people that come on the show, they're like model status people, right? So they're really tall, they're really pretty, they're really good looking, just kind of unrealistic, and they come on the show to find their whatever partner, their significant other, whatever. And I feel like that show is not really realistic because a lot of them, I just feel like they're just there to promote themselves. They're not really serious about trying to find a partner there. They're just trying to promote themselves. So that's why a lot of, you know, those people that come on the show, they are models or who are trying to get big, who are not so famous. Hey Arthur, what's up? Yeah, so anyways, I don't watch that one. But there's another matchmaking show that I watch. It's another Korean matchmaking show. That one is more realistic because actual people, like not models, you know, actual average people come on the show, and they are actually very serious about trying to find a potential partner to get married. So that one is more realistic. So I really like that one. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yeah, hey Clown World Junior, good to see you. Yeah, dating shows are so brutal. That's very, very true. Yeah, it's really interesting. So I actually wanted to talk about this particular show. So the format of the show is that on the first day, they're not allowed to reveal anything about themselves, right? So they're not supposed to reveal or disclose what kind of job they work, you know, where they live, even their age. They're supposed to not say anything about any of their like anything about themselves, right? So it's all mysterious on the first day of the show. And all the candidates, they also they spent like about a whole week together in the same house, trying to get to know each other and like play games and going on dates and eating together, whatnot, like all different kinds of things, right? But it's really interesting because so when women are asked, oh, here's my dad. 아빠 줘. He got me in and out. 내 거만 빨리 사왔어? 안 사온다며?
사오라고 했는데 네가 사오라고 했어.
My dad got me fries, guys. He said he won't get it because it's too expensive, but thank you. Alright, got myself in and out, or my dad got me in and out. So what was I saying? Yeah, so these candidates, when they're asked, oh, what's your ideal type, one thing I noticed is that a lot of women, if not all of them, they say very similar things, right? They say something like, oh, I want someone who has a sense of humor, who's stable, who is kind, who is nice, who's able to provide, who is intelligent. They say all of these things, right? I remember someone saying, oh, I am looking for a guy that I can that is respectable, right? Someone I can look up to. So when you hear these like women talk about like their ideal type, you wonder, I mean, I wonder, what are they even actually saying? Like, when they said someone who they can look up to, what does that even mean, actually? Like, it's just weird. Like, when they say, I want to look up to my husband, or like someone who's going to be my husband, like you want to like look up to that, it just doesn't, I don't know, it doesn't sound right. And then like, so the first day, like they're asked, you know, what is their ideal type. On the second day, so they reveal you know, what they do for a living and their age and their personal information. And also they are given a choice to choose to like who they are first initially interested in. And it's funny because a lot of times at least like guys that are really good looking and tall gets all the picks from the women, most of the women, right? And usually usually those first picks do not change over the week. Like whoever like the women choose on the first day as their first choice, they don't change. It doesn't change. Even after, on the second day, even after like they disclose their personal information, right? So what I'm trying to say is that who they're initially physically attracted to, they go with that choice because that's someone they feel attracted to, right? Physically. So what they omit to, or what these women don't tell you is that, okay, they want someone, when they say, oh, like I want someone who has a sense of humor, who is responsible, who has a great sense of responsibility and whatnot, and someone I can look up to, whatever, right? What they don't tell you is that, yeah, they want those traits, but they want someone they're physically attracted to have those traits, right? So on, like, it's a given that, you know, those guys or the candidate, whatever, you have, like, they have to be first physically attracted to them initially for them to look beyond their physical attractiveness and, you know, actually give consideration for other traits. I mean, maybe this is like obvious, but I don't know. I still thought it was very funny that like they say all kinds of different things, like all these traits and characteristics and they list all these things they're looking for in a man, but it really comes down to if they're not attracted, like physically attracted to that person or not. And a lot of times there are actually a lot of guys that are like have a great sense of humor, who seem very responsible and caring and kind and nice, right? And who seem very stable, emotionally stable and whatnot. But often they don't get the choice from the women. And I'm like, okay, like here's, you know, your choice right there. You know, like these guys are your choice. And like these guys have the traits you just listed. So I'm like, but why aren't you like picking them, right? Why aren't you choosing them? Right? And they go with the ones, actually they're like maybe like really good looking or tall, and who actually don't have, I don't think they don't look like they have those traits, right? Like sense of humor. These guys don't have a sense of humor. They don't seem that nice. They don't seem to have that kind of like sense of responsibility or whatnot. Like those traits they said they were looking for. They don't have those traits, but somehow they don't seem to care anymore. You know what I mean? But it's funny though, because the men do the same though, right? It's not just women, right? Men say like do the same thing. They say things like, oh, like I'm looking like my potential like ideal mate, I want them to have like these traits, and I want them to be kind, I want them to have a sense of responsibility, I want them to have a stable job and whatnot, right? They list all these things, like all these men. But then when it comes to choosing who are they gonna go on a date with, they always pick the ones that are pretty. And these pretty girls, often they don't really have substance, right? Sometimes good-looking people, that they don't necessarily have substance. They're not necessarily nice. That's not that nice. And these men, they don't care. And it's funny because, like, you are on the show that's supposed to actually choose a partner, like potential partner to get married, right? So I think you have to be more serious than that, right? Like just choosing someone who's pretty or handsome. But somehow they don't seem to like care as much. You know what I mean? Oh my god.